Ram Ram everyone. Welcome to Enthusiastic Spiritual Series. We have Shiv Kumar ji. Welcome Shiv Kumar ji. And he's going to give a discourse on Swami Ramanand teachings. And thank you all participants for being here. Thank you.
Shri Ram. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. परमात्म देव श्री राम, तुम परम शुद्ध, बुद्ध, नित्य, सर्वशक्तिमान, सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप, ज्योतिर्मय, एकमेव, अद्वितीय परमेश्वर हो। तुम परम पुरुष, दयालु, देवाधिदेव हो। तुम्हें नमस्कार हो, बारंबार नमस्कार हो, बारंबार नमस्कार। करते हैं हम वंदना, नत सिर बारंबार, तुझे देव परमात्मन, मंगल शिव शुभकार। अंजलि परमस्तक किए, विनय भक्ति के साथ, नमस्कार मेरा तुझे, होवे जग के नाथ। दोनों कर को जोड़ कर, मस्तक घुटने टेक, तुझको प्रणाम मम, शत शत कोटि अनेक। पाप हरण मंगल करण, चरण शरण का ध्यान, धार करूं प्रणाम मैं, तुझको शक्ति निधान। भक्ति भाव शुभ भावना, मन में भर भर पूर, श्रद्धा से तुझको नमो। मेरे राम हजूर, ज्योतिर्मय जगदीश हे, तेजोमय अपार, परम पुरुष पावन परम, तुझको नमस्कार। सत्य ज्ञान आनंदमय, परम धाम श्री राम, पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे, होवे बहुत प्रणाम। पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। श्री राम राम Ram Ram to every sadhak. Now we are at Spiritualism, chapter 3 of Evolutionary Outlook on Life, book written by Swami Ramanand. So, people make watertight compartments, spiritualism and material. So, some of us are thinking that now it is the life to be lived with substantial things, and it is not my age to go for spiritual thing. And when we will grow old, then we will pursue the spiritual things, but it is the time to enjoy whatever the materialistic things or the carnal pleasures are there, that is to be enjoyed with. And it is, we are too young to go for any spirituality or meditation. So is it correct? It is meaningless. The divine embraces, and nothing is outside the ken of master of evolution. So divine embraces us all, and everything is included in the process of evolution, and nothing is outside this master of evolution. We are in the institute of evolution, and we cannot escape. If we wanted to get escape, then also we cannot escape. वह लहर बदनसीब है जो खुद को सागर से जुदा मान बैठी है. If any wave wanted to be separated from sea, then also it is not possible for any single wavelet to get separated from wave, because everything is जैसे how the way earthen pot inside and outside, if it is submerged inside water, then inside and outside there is water and nothing else. In the similar manner, we are under the process of evolution, and we cannot escape out of it. For example, like we all are quadrupedal structures. We all are four-footed animals. Even humans are also considered as animal who has evolved during a long span of time to such an state that it has mental and other uh, ability, the brain ability or other thinking ability have been developed. So how we have developed to such an state, from subhuman stage to such a human stage, how we have could have we developed, as we have tried a little harder than the others. We have tried a little harder from cow. Cow are quadrupedal, they walk on 4 feet, but some of us have tried a little harder, like the birds which have given pressure on two of its feet, and the forewings or the hands are left for extra energy, and they have tried harder and they have flied away. Now the birds can think better than cow, and in the similar manner we have also tried a little harder to walk on 2 feet, and our let our two front feet and the four limbs are let for the other jobs for gripping the things. So we have not let ourselves as the god have left us in this world. So as we have tried harder and harder and harder, so our head became elevated and elevated and elevated from rest of our body, and now we are erect and our head is at top. So in this manner, our trial, it is the our extra effort which has been put or forced into the process of evolution of our master, our divine mother, made us to get evolved faster than other living creature, other quadruples. So now we are at better stage. We can think better, we can live better, we can command on other creatures. So we are superior than others. So anything cannot be excluded from the process of evolution. The similar is the thing that as is the process we are seeing in this substantial world, similar is the process in divinity also. We are also refined from our inner sense, inner consciousness, day by day. And though we do not want to get indulged into spirituality, then also we are getting refined day by day. We are learning lessons day by day from the events of our day to day life, and on that basis we are getting refined and we are getting yielded. Otherwise a child is not yielding. If father is saying no, you should not purchase this toy, then the child starts weeping. He or she, the kid, is not yielding. Okay, okay, because it is costly and we should not purchase it. That kind of yielding effect is not in the child. But when we grow older and older, then our understanding becomes deeper and deeper, and then we can calculate, understand the circumstances in better way, and we can yield under the circumstances and have greater patience. So that is the kind of evolution. A mother who a, a girl who has never yielded to her parents, now when she becomes mother, then under the effect of his her beloved child, she keeps on waking up during complete night for the sake of baby's care. So a lot of divinity which was hidden inside mother now get reflected. It is emphasized, it is manifested in a several ways. So that mother is a spark of that divine which is infested with all the divinity, love, patience, sacrifice, everything you can see in mother. So this is the best place. We do not have to exclude the grahasthi. We do not have to exclude our married life. If we have to live in this world, we have to do everything which worldly people are doing. But our Swamiji says only the thing is that we have to consider it that it is spiritual, and we have to accept it as it is so that we can explore our divine virtues, our qualities in a better way. So when we accept it from our master, our mother, then we support her in the process of evolution, and nothing can be excluded from the process of evolution, because we all are now we have got admission in the school of evolution, and we all are studying in the same school, though we all are at different rungs. Some are at higher rungs and some are at lower rungs. So our extra effort can make us to be better. Now, the master of evolution, nothing is outside the master of evolution. The evolutionary process embraces all alike. भले बुरे जो सब प्राणी से करे प्रेम सम चूमे गाल. सो कीट विहंग पतंग पशु का भरे पेट को हित प्रतिपाल. Who is there to look after these insects, arthropods, these birds? Are they going for any job like us? No, they are not going anywhere, but they are getting fed by the divine and gracious mother. So कीट पतंग विहंग पशु का भरे पेट को हित प्रतिपाल. So he is the master feeder, thou is the master feeder. भले बुरे जो सब प्राणी से करे प्रेम सम. So if the child is bad or good, mother or mom loves each child alike. So भले बुरे जो सब प्राणी से करे प्रेम, there is even love for all. करे प्रेम सम चूमेगाल, and the mother kisses all alike. So here we all are under the same gracious mother. Now, the evolutionary process embraces all alike. He or she does not denies if the baby is in kindergarten, or if he is in nursery or KG, or if he is studying in higher studies. Everybody is under the process of school, and our principal loves each of its part, each of its student of school. Nobody is excluded and nobody is inferior in this process. We may think that a beggar is inferior and such a life, disgusting life he or she is living. And why he is having such impaired body limbs, we may think about it, but our gracious mother know everything. The situation given to that person is meaningful, and it is under the process of evolution. Under certain category, we also may have passed through that process if we are having sympathy to that person. And if we do not have sympathy to that person, that means we have never passed through that process, and we one day sooner or later will pass through that process, because so that we will have a sympathy, our divine virtues getting manifested. And it can only be manifested when we pass through that process. If we have seen the depravity, then we can know what is depravity. Then we may know that uh, how the poor are suffering. In case of Queen Victoria, somebody has said that our peoples are dying to hunger and they are not having roti. So Queen Victoria said, if they are not having roti, then give them some breads. So if we are not uh, we have not suffered from a process through a process, then we have to go through that process to know. Because every nation, from all the caste and creed, from all the lands, America, USA, even all the places, I may also born in Singapore, I may also born in California. So we have to take birth in all the places, and our beautiful India also we have to take birth, so that we can get experiences of all planets, all places, all religions, all creeds, all genders. We can not exclude any part of lesson, or every lesson is important. We have to be richer and we have to be poorer. So these are the various stages, and from subhuman stage we have now entered into human life, and here onward we have to go to higher classes. But nothing is excluded, and our master kisses all alike. The man who is leading a fast life is also undergoing the process of evolution as the one who is giving to meditation and prayer. So both the persons who is leading a fast life and the person who is meditating, some persons are running for the worldly things, they are running for the worldly things. But we have to just stop at a moment and think that the mathematics of everybody at the end of life will be zero only. Whether it is Dhiru Bhai Ambani, whether it is a beggar at a street, or any some middle class person, the mathematics or calculation at the end of life will be zero in terms of substantial things. So the person who is running or leading a fast worldly life, or somebody who is meditating, they are all under the same process of evolution. They all are moving ahead, they are getting evolved. Evolution, that means evolver, that means to unroll. It is a Greek word, its etymology is to unroll new things. Like some kaleen is getting unrolled and newer designs are getting manifested. In the similar manner, we do not know what are the things within us to be manifested. And when the same things are manifested, like when Gautam Buddha become Gautam Buddha, then Angulimal in front of Gautam Buddha become mesmerized and getting interchanged completely from inner self. So that is the effect or aura of such a divinity, and the same divinity is hidden within us. So yathol vena vrato garva tada tenedam avratam. As the baby is covered with bulbionic balloon inside mother's womb, and ultimately it get developed, and after breaking, that bulbionic balloon comes out of the body after parturition. In the similar manner, we are getting evolved and evolved by this body. This body is meaningful because in this only our soul is getting modified and refined, and one day, later or sooner, our inner conscience will be atmanyevatmana tushta. So it will overpower all of our lower nature, and it will be transformed into divine virtues. So everybody who is either worldly or spiritual is under the same line, under the same institution. One who is groveling in filth is in the same ladder, and one who is clean, both are on the same ladder. There is a long ladder. We can imagine there is a long ladder, and we all are stepping up in that ladder. One who is infested in the filth, in the mud, who is mired in mud, that is also on the same ladder. And the person who feels that he or she is more refined, having greater noble virtues, also on the same ladder, and both are stepping upward to you, to uh, completeness, to unification with God. So everybody is rising up on the same ladder. And one day we may be at the same places where a filthy man is stepping or at the rung. So we should think and cooperate to that person and have sympathy that the person who is in MPhil or MSc or MCom or MA was also in kindergarten. So we should not think, see how the disgusting such person. Have some sympathy. We may be at that same place, and from that place also only we came here. So we should have sympathy to all persons, even all creatures, not only human. So all human are evolving, and if a student is studying, uh, then all the students of our schools are our brethren. That is, we are learning in school age. So similar is, this is a school. Even the person who is living with you, do not compare yourself with your husband or with your wife, that how is his virtue. It may be due to his or her lower nature he is behaving, and it is not in her or his hand to behave like you may be greater, but at the same stage at some time you might be there. So do not compare yourself with the person living with you, though there may be similar chronological age, but the spiritual age may differ from 1,000 years to million years. You have evolved through a hundreds of human lives after incarnation. So but the person might living with you have recently entered from animalia, animal birth age, to human age. So do not compare yourself. If he is learning a lower class, if he is in lower class, studying in a lower class, then he will eventually come to higher class, and it is the spontaneous process of evolution. You may think, if he is studying in lower class, then why that person is kept with me, why the similar persons are not kept with me, why the persons of same divinity are not kept with me. But that is also meaningful, because you have to take a lesson from that person who is in lower class. There are some your due lesson which are interconnected with the persons who is living with you. So do not reject your lessons. Whatever topics are to be covered by you, with the mode of him, he is a medium or she is a medium. If there is some dues, some grudge or grievance from your husband, then that is your topic, that is your tougher question, and you have to embrace it for the sake of evolution, under the offering, as an offering to the feet of divine mother. So in this way we have to accept, and the person, the husband is undergoing the process of evolution, and eventually he will also step up in his or her own pace, and you will also stepping up in your pace. So everybody's, and we have to have some yielding effect. We have to accept as is the course, as is the curriculum. There is no case of abnegation or rejection of her curriculum, because we are having a shorter vision. We can live, we can think about one life, but our mother uh, has a larger vision. Even Einstein has predicted that there are parallel universe. You can go to some other universe to see your future. When we can go on a different spacecraft to see our future, then the creator of that universe, why he cannot see our future and the next birth and the whatever will be our fate? Everything is visible to her, and curriculum is well planned. We should not have any doubt on it. We should have faith on it, our teacher, so that we are the beloved student of our teacher, and we are the scholar of that school. So our saints, our Swamiji was the scholar of this master of evolutions school. Such a scholar comes at certain times, and we have to take lessons from such scholars. Now, only they are at different ranks. This is all spiritual evolution. So everybody is moving at their own pace. All experiences are spiritual. Whatever we are learning, though we may not be spiritual, I have told you that spiritualism is nothing but it is only to accept that whatever the grace is given in our life, it is by spiritual mother only. You can see, if a baby is falling from one story or two story, then that baby gets survived. However, a older person, if uh, is falling from some higher heights, then may get injured. Then who is saving that baby? It is the kind mother. The grace is hidden, it can be seen, it can be visualized, that the same mother is caring for us all. And when we realize that his that her grace is with us, then it is the only spiritualism. Otherwise we all are evolving under the similar process, and one day we will be get refined and will be unified with our mother, who is there to keep us away from our spiritual mother. There is no one, even our mother cannot keep their lovely sons and daughters away from her, because it is not the nature of mother to keep son and daughters away from. So it is only the filth, it is only the mud which is to be cleaned, and our mother will clean our filth, our mud. After that, whatever is are the specks of dirt which are on our body, that is to be well cleaned before our mother embraces us all, before our mother gives us love, kisses us all. So that is the only waiting period, and we have to allow our mother to clean us properly. We should not make our own efforts, own sankalpas, that in this day we will do this thing. These things hinder the process. So whatever is natural, whatever is the maulikta, whatever is the naive thing, is just let our mother to do whatever is the cleaning job is there. If such is our intention, that then our cleaning process will be thorough. Or if a baby makes his hands move this and this, then mother grips her tightly to clean, because we are to be clean before mother embraces us all. So we have to get clean. There is no whim or fancy of us that no, we do not want to get clean and this is not the time, because we have to get clean. So it is better way to just surrender or offer ourselves at the feet of mother and say, माँ तू ही मेरी सब कुछ है, और जैसे चाहे रख और जैसे चाहे हमें साफ कर और अपने गले से लगा ले. यू आर द ओनली ग्रेशियस मदर and you have to do everything, and it is we should not do our personal effort. That is our mark, is a raw mark. Keep your all spiritualism under the feet of God. You have to only get surrendered at the feet of God. Let everything be offered at the feet of God. Whatever karma you are doing, whatever work you are doing, everything surrender at the feet of God. Do work on the name of God. What, like if we are bringing up our children, then they are the children of that divine mother. So husband is bestowed us by that divine mother. Such a beautiful palace of vibhuti is given by that divine mother. So if we are seeing and be thankful to that God, then in such cases, if we are giving thankful, many a times thankful that Meera and the other kid both are such a beautiful kid, are due to that divine mother. If we are thankful to that God and we are submissive at many a times, then she will uh, naturally certainly have a look on it. Such a kid is there, and she is thankful to me many a times. So a kind of communication between us and our mother will be stronger, so thread of communication becomes stronger. So that should be there, we should be thankful. Now, all endeavor is spiritual. Whatever we do, it is spiritual. Like a, a small butterfly, a teacher was showing that how a caterpillar becomes, that it hatches the egg and becomes butterfly, and various a number of curious students were seeing, and teacher was showing, see that this caterpillar will break the egg and come out of that little egg, and after that he will try to fly, but it will take a time and many a times it will fall. So you should all see what is the process of hatching of a caterpillar and becoming it into a butterfly. So teacher by the time had gone away from that room, and the same caterpillar was trying to break the egg but failed to break the egg. Then one kind student has broken that egg and after breaking that egg, the caterpillar immediately came out of that egg and flew in the room. After 2 or 3 times of hovering, the caterpillar fallen and ultimately died. By the time teacher came and asked if any student had helped while hatching the egg, so one student has said, yes sir, I have helped because that was unable to hatch the egg, and so I helped it to hatch the egg. So teacher has told, no, that was wrong. It was a natural process of hit and trial, which makes that caterpillar's wing stronger sufficiently so that it can fly at higher height and get survive. So the process which we are undergoing, that may be tougher because our day life, our grahastha jivan is not so easier. There may be various things, but it explores our divine nature. So in this way, if we are thinking that it is an institute and we are getting explored, and the lessons whatever given or bestowed to us, if we accept it heartily, then if we are able to solve tougher question and we do not abnegate it, reject it, then we are a scholar and we expedite our the process of evolution. One teacher and one dad and one boy, his son, both have planted a tree. Now both have planted a tree, but dad was giving water in 3 days, but the child was giving water to that plantlet day and night. So the children's plant was growing day by day, and son said to his father, see that my plant is growing faster than you, so it is my win. But dad kept silent. After a few days, there was a storm, and the plant of child of son was fallen. It left the earthen pot, while the plant of dad kept erect. So son was very sad and said, father, I have helped a lot, then also my plant was have left the root. Why it was so? So dad has said that whatever is necessary, that much only the compassion, the water is to be given to plant. It is not on daily basis or not the spoon feeding, so that root may go deeper and deeper in search of water, and they grip the earth tightly. So this is the process. So our mother is compassionate. Our mother is compassionate. It does not mean that it's she is foolish. She is not the spoon feeding. At the trial of first step of child, mother never support it. She lets the child to put the next step and next step, so that the child may starts walking. Similar is the case with our mother, that though we may be at the depravity, but she gives us compassion, support, only that much is required, because it is the process of evolution. It is our trial, which is on the other hand is equally mandatory. So we should not ask for the support, mom, this is very tough question, please solve it, such kind of thing. And request have no meaning, because we have to undergo the process of evolution, and it is an institute. It is not the spoon feeding or not a kind of fun for the sake of which we are here. So we have to get evolved, and mother is equally compassionate. We have to believe on it. And now our my sister Bhavna will chant a bhajan. Shri Ram.
Shri Ram. Thank you, Bhaiya, for telling us so many good things. Now, आज मैं आप भजन गाना चाहूंगी. श्री राम. गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. कितना है प्यारा नाम तेरा, जिस नाम से हमने काम लिया. मुश्किल से मुश्किल हुई आशा, जिस वक्त प्रभु तेरा नाम लिया. कितना है प्यारा नाम तेरा, जिस नाम से हमने काम लिया. संसार सुमेरु की ठोकर से ये जर्जर नैया डोल उठी. शोकातुर मन ये बोल उठा, हर डूब चली हरि डूब चली. पतवार पर आकर बैठ गए, मल्लाह बने और पार किया. कितना है प्यारा नाम तेरा, जिस नाम से हमने काम लिया. जब पाप की गठरी बोझ बनी और मेरे पैर डगमगाने लगे. जब पाप की गठरी बोझ बनी और मेरे पैर डगमगाने लगे.
गिरने न दिया करुणा निधि ने, गिरने से पहले थाम लिया। कितना है प्यारा नाम तेरा, जिस नाम से हमने काम लिया। जब तेरे नशे में चूर हुए, हम इस दुनिया से दूर हुए। जब तेरी इनायत हुई मुझ पर, तब तेरे नाम का जाम पिया। कितना है प्यारा नाम तेरा, जिस नाम से हमने काम लिया। मुश्किल से मुश्किल हुई आशा, जिस वक्त प्रभु तेरा नाम लिया। प्रभु तुम करुणा के सागर हो, और करुणा निधि है नाम तेरा। प्रभु तुम करुणा के सागर हो, और करुणा निधि है नाम तेरा। मैं हूँ जरा एक मिट्टी का, और तेरा दामन थाम लिया। कितना है प्यारा नाम तेरा, जिस नाम से हमने काम लिया। मुश्किल से मुश्किल हुई आशा,
श्री राम। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। न तोऽहं कामये राज्यं, न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं, कामये दुःखतप्तानां प्राणिनामार्तनाशनम्। त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द, त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द, नतमदिष्टं पाहि मां। तेरी इच्छा पूर्ण हो माँ, हम सब तेरी शरण में। श्री राम।
Thank you, Bhaiya. And
थैंक यू।
thank you, Bhavana ji, for a wonderful bhajan. And thank you, everyone. Let me unmute you all. Okay. So I think everybody can, if anybody has questions, you're welcome to ask Bhaiya now.
बहुत सुंदर प्रवचन शिव कुमार, बहुत अच्छे अच्छे एग्जाम्पल दिए, बहुत अच्छा था। और भावना ने भी भजन बहुत सुंदर गाया, कितना है प्यारा, बहुत सुंदर। थैंक यू।